You can too. Let your belly down and send your feet long behind you. We'll start with either a Sphinx or, if you would like, a palm press you up swan. So we're going to open up this back. Hold it here. 10, 2, good. 3, shoulders are down. 4, 5, 6, that looks good. 7, 8, 9, lower your torso. We're going to do it again. Get ready. Inhale, lift, Sphinx or hands, and hold. 10. Now that breath. 2, 3, good. Yeah, that little ab lift. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lower down. We're going to do it again. Here we go. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lower down. Hello. Now hands go to your hip bones. We're doing letter I position. Lift up your torso, lift up your legs. Now your whole body's just going to hover. We're doing Pilates here. You're opening up with your breathing. You might open higher. Feel your glutes, feel your hamstrings, feel your back, feel the back of your shoulders. Now while you're here, try to lift the arms higher 10 times in that I. Yes, beautiful. Yep, 7, 8. And then push back into a child's pose. If you feel like your toes need a stretch, pull those toes under or your feet. Go back down. Now, if your shoulders will let you interlace your hands, do that here and then lift up. All right, hold 10. Good, welcome to Pilates. 3, 4, yep, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then relax for a moment. I'm going to do a windshield wave and demonstrate that, but if you need a child's pose, feel free. All right, now we're going to go out like the letter T with the arms. You're going to hover your whole torso and your toes off the mat. Your arms are going to lift higher about 10 times here. Stay up with your legs and your torso and go into a Y. 10 extra lifts with the arms. And then child pose, knees wide. Now that's going to let you have a diaphragmatic breath. Breathe in your nose, fill your belly. Go into a forearm plank and wake up that core. So energize through your knees. If you need to modify, you can be on the knees. If your toes are sensitive, you can be on your foam roller. But otherwise, we're just holding a plank. Good. Hold strong. Those of you that want to add a little spice, pull your forearms down to your toes and your toes towards your forearms. Hold it. Good. And then we're going to take a side plank. So just steady, and if you want to stack, it's a little harder. Great, Jean. Hold. 20. Good. Welcome home. 7, 8, 9. Head back. Yep, there you go. 16, 17, 18, 19. Get ready. Lower. We're going to do 20 on the other side. 20. Side plank. You're just steady. Feet stacked is going to be a little bit harder. Good. Head position looks good. Shoulder blade looks good. Arm vertical. Lengthen the elbow if you can. Stretch out through the fingers. Good. Betty, did you feel that? That was good. Breathe in and then lower. Grab a sip if you'd like. Belly down. Now this one is a swim where your arms are like a Y. Right arm, left leg. And now left arm, left leg. Right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg. Good. Let me take a look. Yeah, you might be able to lift your torso a little bit more, Catherine, if that'll feel good on your neck. Okay, now you can add all the limbs are lifted. You can even add speeding up a little, just a little faster. And a child pose, push back. And you can toe under if you'd like. And come down to your forearms. Now, you're going to lift up the hips so you're like an upside down V. At first, take a moment to enjoy that calf stretch. Now shift your hips down and then lift the hips up. Shift the hips down like a plank and then lift the hips up. Down plank, lift. Down plank, lift. Breathe in and up. Inhale. One more. And hold for 10 in your plank. 1, 7. And then rest your hips. Here you're in Sphinx or press hands, Swan. Lower yourself down. Hands like a little triangle. Lift up your left shoulder and your right leg. When you lift your torso, you're rotating and extending. Right shoulder, left leg. Left shoulder, right leg. Right shoulder, left leg. Left shoulder, right leg. Breathe in. Inhale. Wrist solid. Upper back, building density, getting stronger. 4, 3, 2. Recover for a moment and bend the knees. Now you can windshield wipe, but if you need a child's pose, take it. I'm going to have us do a bow pose, so get ready for that regardless of your position that you took for recovery. One hand to one foot, both hands to both feet if you can. Come up. And sometimes that can change. So you might just test every now and then. You might be able to do a double both-footed bow. 10. Relax. Again, bow pose, 1 or 2 feet. Here we go. Ah, so nice. Inhale. And recover. All right, child's pose or sit in a deep squat. So you choose. I'm going to sit in a deep squat. That's one of those measures or movements that helps predict associated with longevity. You can add your elbows pressing out and your palms going down. There, woo, hand stretch. 5, 2, good. Inhale. And then let your hips down. Lie on your back, and if you make sure your space is good, we're going to use our legs a little. Good. All right. Legs up. Now begin lowering the legs a little and back up. Inhale and exhale. All right. If you want a little bit more, go a little lower. If you want a little bit more and you don't have osteoporosis or another spine condition that prevents you from doing this, hands behind your head, lift up. Okay, here we go. 10, 2, and I'm working the ankles. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you might just hug. This is a reprieve. This is a stretch. Feet on the ground. Open up for a bridge pose. If you would like to add 10 little pulses at the top. This also just opens the hip after that abdominal exercise and psoas exercise. Okay, lower your spine. Legs go up. And you're going to pretend I'm with you. We're going to do a partner drill. Go towards the left just a little, like you have to clear my legs. To the right just a little, or you might even imagine your rollers down and you have to hit the left side of your foam roller and then the right side. Or if you're on a normal mat, you have to get to the side of your mat. I'm on a really big gorilla mat, so it doesn't show on your end that I'm moving probably as well compared to the mat. So just shift a little left, shift a little right. All right, 4 more or the best you can do. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to take a little different stretch. Make sure you have space. Up like a V. Open your legs like a V. Toes can pull back. So you could use your hands on your thighs. Let's add a little ankle roll here. So move your ankles. If that's too much, just make it a bent knee, bound ankle. So you might point and flex. Yep. Roll ankles and then hold in maybe a toe back position. If that's too much, let the toes softly point. So hold 10. Hold 5. Inhale. And man, that feels good. All right, so now we're going to add just 5 leg circles on each leg. So one leg pours down. These are abdominal moves that also help the joints. So bigger circle is harder. We're doing about 5 each way and around. And the reason I say about, because you might feel like, oh yeah, I'm warming up, I can do more. Or you might feel like your leg circles can get bigger. So when you're done with that, you can move and point that leg. You can hold this stretch, or you can enjoy lifting up to hold onto the big toe pose, where you hold onto your right foot. Your left leg can come off the ground and you're in an ab crunch. So not with osteo. This would be a modification would be head down. So hold 10 more. Try to feel your abs working, not you're just hanging off your foot, all right? Breathe in. We're going to do that on the other side. So let your head back down. Lift up your leg. Now you're going to draw circles. 2, 3. And like I said, if you feel like, oh, I got one, let me do another one to kind of verify that form or that test that new range of motion I just got. That's why I give a little birth. Follow your gut. Like my left leg takes a little longer to warm up sometimes, so I might do one more. All right, leg up. Now you may just stay here in a hamstring stretch. Maybe you'll lift up. Maybe you'll hold on to the toes. Maybe you'll lift up the right leg. And you want to feel like your abs are holding you up, not that you're hanging off your arm. 10. Get ready, inhale. Recover, feet on the ground, open your hips, and add 10 little pulses if you'd like. Your hips are open regardless. Breathe in, and then exhale, lower. Now your legs are going to come up. You can have a bent knee. I'll show you bent knees, excuse me. Hands beside you. Lift up your hips a little. Lift up your hips a little. Good. Pelvic tilt up. Now, if you're not sure, you can put your hands on your abs. You should feel them firing. The pubic bone is pulling up towards the xiphoid process of the sternum. That little point where on CPR they say put 2 fingers over. So your pubic bone's pulling up towards that sternum. All right, if you care to add on hands behind your head, both ends come up. Avoid that second cue with the osteo. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feet on the floor. Lift up your hips. And this is bridge. If you would like to add on, add 10 little pulses. All right. Lower down. Nice job. So we're going to take a bicycle in the air like a circle, so circular legs. Okay, if you want it bigger, if you want it harder, they're bigger. The leg circles reach out further. And if you want it harder, bicycle up 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pop up. Nice job. Grab a sip And just to review, we're going to do a plank, because if I ever have a move and I say, oh, if you have a spine issue, usually plank is a great modification for most people, unless you have a really bad shoulder issue. But I want to give you some varieties of moves, so no matter what's going on, you have a creative solution. Here we go. Adding our planks. Good. We're going to add a little fun. Dip your left hip a little, and then dip your right hip a little. Dip your left hip, and I like these. These are rock and rolls. It's a fun little rotation, but see if you can feel your obliques more. I can feel mine right away. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, recover. Here's a Sphinx, stretching out those abs we just worked, or a swan. Nice. Now we're going to go through lower body. Lift up your legs. Lower your legs, lift up your back, and then push your back up. Lower your back, lift up your legs. Torso. Legs. Torso. Legs. Torso. The whole back body, which normally is a little bit underused during our day. Hold another one for 10. Yep, that's another swan. I should have said that. 5. Yep. I'll wait. Good. Looking good, guys. All right. Child pose. Push it back. Nice job. Press it back. All right. Grab a sip. We're going to take a little side plank on the elbow. And you're going to come to your hand being on your hip, or thigh, thigh. Go up and over, and then lowering, and then up and over, and then lowering. And in traditional Pilates, this is done on the hand, and it's got a name of mermaid. We just tend to keep you off your wrist for these 10 rep ones. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. I hope you feel your core. We're going to go to the other side. One hand's down by your thigh. Go up and over. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Big reach. 6. Let it be shoulder stretch. 2, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really good. All right, we're going to go to our tush. Now, I want you to see my torso's lifted. I'm going to lift up my feet. Okay, let go of your hands if you want to add on. Extend. All right, so notice it's easy to fall back, but I want you to stay up. Good. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and relax for a moment. Just do a forward fold over your whatever crisscross comes up. We'll do the other side in a minute. 10. Come on up, and if you can, hold on to your toes and stretch out. Shoulders are down the back. 10. Now when you cross your ankles, this time you're going to cross them the other way. So if the right ankle was in front, now the left ankle is. Go forward. 10. And then come up and grab a sip. Nice job. Get back on your forearms for the next move. Behind you, can. Forearms back, but still lift your heart. Heart lift. Can left, bend the knees, can right. Lift your heart, can left, can right. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down. Check your space. Bridge to open up the hips that we just flexed. Open up the hips that we just flexed. And then lower. Now leave your hands down for just a moment and let me show you crisscross, which is this with the legs. You just extend one leg like a piston and then the other. To make it harder, your knee does not come in as close, so you'll see I'm only at 90 if I want it harder. Another way to make it harder is to go lower. Now if you can and you don't have osteoporosis, take your hands behind your head, add a rotation, 20 reps, belly in. Pelvis stable. Feet down, open up, bridge, hold, glutes are active, 10 hips are open, 2, 3, 5, 6. Lower yourself down, get onto a side, hold on to this arm like a pillow. You're gonna lift up both legs. So this is feeling different range, frontal plane, feeling like your abs. If you're not sure, put your hand there. Stay up, everything's pulsing 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, other side. So grab your arm, it's like a pillow underneath your head, your ear. Go up. Yeah, good. So stay up, little pulse. Feel that? Nice, inhale. And then feet on the floor, bridge. Now hold bridge. You can do bridge if you would like, or you can take 3 roll-ups with me, arms back, peel up, go over, and maybe touch your toes, roll back. So up to 3. Or you can do bridge. Bridge is always good. Bridge and planks are always good. Opposite arm, opposite leg, and cat-cow are usually good, really good too. All right, so take a full body stretch. And either do bridge or do 3, it's called neck pull, but it's a harder roll up. So hands beside your head, like triangles for arms. You peel up, you go over, you sit up, and you hinge. Hinge, hinge, hinge. When you can't hinge anymore, you roll. 2 more. Over, sit, hinge. You're doing great. Roll. Let's do another one. Up, over, sit up, hinge. And then hands beside your hips. Lift up and hold, bridge. Lower down, hands underneath your thighs, kick up, grab a sit. Awesome job, guys. We're gonna do one that's like a running man or a flamingo. I'll show you what I mean. Forearms under, on the mat. Now, I am gonna lift the hips a little higher than a traditional plank so I can have our knees come under. And just take 10. Now, if you can, add a little, and I know you can, add the right knee to the left elbow-ish, so there's an oblique flamingo. Okay. All right, rest for a child's pose. Now we're gonna hold it a little bit, come back. Right knee under for 10. It's off the floor though. Right foot back, left knee under for 10. Hold, it's off the floor. Put it back, right knee to the left elbow, hold for 10. Put it back, left knee to the right elbow, hold for 10. All right, child pose. Good. Side plank, you're doing great. I'm gonna break this one up. So if you know where I'm going and you wanna go forward, you go for it. Arm down, side plank, top hand. Now I am gonna emphasize the reach if you don't have any shoulder issue. Reach and lower, reach and lower. Just the arm for now. Good, let's do the other side. I'm emphasizing the reach because of that study I saw where the arm straight up overhead was associated with longevity. So it's a skill. 2, we want to keep. 3, if you can. 4, if it hurts, do something else. Okay, so that all looked good. Second half will be the femur, the leg. You're going to abduct. So at first, what I'll do is keep that arm in your safe outstretched position. Now try to lift the leg. 5, 4, 3, 2. Head to the other side. Now get everything settled. 5 legs pop probably, but you know you could do the arms as a modification. Yeah. Okay, lower. Now possibly we'll put them together. Image it, do the arm, whatever you need. So it's like a jumping jack to me. They come together. Woo. 2. Go down. Other side. So you do what you can. You find what you can. Okay, lower, grab a sip. So that probably warmed us up in this beginning of winter morning. I'm going to show you opposite hand, opposite leg so that you have a backup plan. When you do opposite arm and opposite leg and you keep your torso like a table, it's a great way to turn on the multifidus muscles that support your back and abs. That could be your pose, or if you would like, your forearms come down and your toes come down. Right arm, left toes, left arm, I can't say it. Right arm, left toes, left arm, right toes. You choose. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, rest at child's pose. Nice job. Legs in front. Circle the arm back, circle the arm back. Lift your heart. This one should feel amazing. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Good. Nice. Go to a side plank. And let me get us to do a rotation with our abs because it's related to posture and it's oblique. So there's a lot going on. Arm up, so you'll feel like, oh, my hips are working, my obliques are working. I'm adding a rotation, the shoulder right here stretching. So sometimes I'll cue what a move is, but it's almost always more than the few things I mentioned. 6, so breathe in, there's lymph pumping. 7, 8, 9, should feel like a rotation here. 10, I like it. Now lower the hip. We're going to do that on the other side. Good. All right, you're going to do a rotation. Go up. So I like to think about this hand going beyond my midline for that extra shoulder stretch right here. I also like to think of the fingers stretching out. They're curled so much for our hobbies and our work, aren't they? 6, so you're opening them up. 7, which is good for the nerves. 8, this is pump and lymph near our armpit. 9, 10, Really good. Speaking of that lymph, we're going to do an arm circle, but it's also synovial fluid, which is the lotion of your joint. So take an elbow, securely circle the arm. 5, big, 4, about 5 each way. Again, you may feel like, hey, I'm finally getting my shoulder open. Do another. That should feel good. Inhale, open. Let's go down. Let's hit the other side. Okay, big. Other way. Nice, good. Grab a sip. Nice job. You're either going to do, you can do whatever you want, but a tricep push-up, or if you can do a reverse plank, or maybe you do a reverse plank on your forearms or on your arc if your shoulder flexibility allows. So, or you do a reverse table. So something like this. Hold. 10, 2, 3, good. 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Take a little breather. I do want to stretch the forearm here. And then just because I mentioned it and now it's highly in my consciousness, we're going to do those tricep push-ups. So just think about, am I going to go on the wall? Am I going to do this on the floor? Am I just going to grab a weight? So what way will stimulate this muscle? So tricep push-ups, take 10 of those. Good. 5, love it. 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Good, and push back. Nice. Let me give us a few functional tasks here, guys. So you already did the one deep squat. Can you stand up? Or I'd like to offer that you stand up without using your hands. Back down. Now I'm going to assume one leg was more ahead of the other. So I want to try the other leg so that you have confidence in both. Okay, nice. Now we're going to do a 30-second balance. Come up of one foot. So this one was another big, strong predictor. There's a lot of studies on the one-legged balance. And the ones with falling, a lot of times you'll see 2 minutes. I like this one. This study was 50-year-olds to 80-year-olds. They tracked for 6 years, and the people who were able to do a 30-second balance had a reduced of all-cause mortalities. So everything. Because you can tell the brain's involved, the glutes involved. So you can do whatever arms you want. I'm just playing around here. Yep. And you may be wondering, hey, is it better to do on the floor, on the with my shoes, on a mat? I think it's a great idea to mix it up because you get up in the middle of the night, you don't have any shoes on, you're on different floors, you go to a place that has carpet. I think mix it up. Lower down, do this one. Yeah. You notice I'm lifting the arms overhead because that's one of them, is to take the arms up, straight up, good. Yep. Now I am going to offer one that is included in balance, and it's the eye close. So on this one, you may put your foot a little bit closer to the floor, maybe just your calf. I'm going to have us shut our eyes for 10 seconds-ish. Keep putting your foot back up. Make sure you're safe. You know, hold on to something. Take responsibility for what you need to do. But when you feel steady, try close. 1, 2, closed eyes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then lower. So yay, if you did it, hot dog. Okay, that was good. I actually did it. I hadn't practiced this in a while. I thought we needed to get this back in. Now when you feel steady and your eyes are open, you can try to keep everything the same, but close your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower, hot dog, quad strength. Now I've got some aloe socks on, so I'm gonna take them off. If you have a wall, find a wall. If you don't, just do the Utkatasana that we tend to do in class, but quad strength was associated with longevity. Thick thighs save lives. Thick thighs save lives. So I am looking for 90 degrees. Now I need you to listen to your body, but you're gonna try to be honest with your 90 degrees, and I've got this going, the timer that is. So I'm gonna shoot for 30, but we may do more. Can you get your scapula against the back of the wall? These should be feeling it. Thick thighs save lives. It's tongue in cheek, but the idea is that you want strong muscles in your quads. You want strong muscles in your bones. In my opinion, you want strong muscles everywhere. That's already 30. Now, if you are needing to get out, you can, but just do your best. I know, I did a hard 14-mile bike ride yesterday where I'm pushing intensity, but we can do this. So go back if you can. I want you to know that you're at a minute right now. Now we're gonna shoot for the 2 minutes. That's a Dr. Peter Attia test. Can you feel your legs? Yeah, come up if you need and then go right back down. So here's where mental helps. Mental game, what can I do? What am I able to do? Let you know you're doing so good. I want you to know you're at a minute 30. Breathe if you need to. And if you have something else going on, I know, do something else like a balance drill or a calf raise. But I also want you to feel like, you know, I can, this internal locus of control, I can influence my health. Another way to look at it is I am fit, I am strong. It's like your image, when you have an image of I am, your actions will meet that image. So the mindset is, I'm just strong, that's just how it is, I'm an athlete. So get ready, you're at 2 minutes. Awesome. So don't we deserve a big quad stretch? Grab that foot and stretch out that muscles, those muscles. Now we're doing a couple things. I've got my hand off. If you can, do your hand off, then it's a balance and it's a quad stretch. And I'm doing a little rib tuck and I'm doing a pubic bone pull up. So it's abs in helping us stay stable. You guys did great on that. 5, 4, 3, 2, breathe in. Try the other, hold on, hand to foot. Feel that quad. Feel if you're like me, you have to just barely pull your ribs down or your pubic bone up to keep your low back from getting lordotic. It's not a huge move. And it's not your glute. So your glute shouldn't be hard as a rock right now. Your abs are contracted slightly, but not your glute. It's active, but it's not hard as a rock. Good. Breathe in and let it go. I'm just going to show this one best I can with the camera. Go straight up with your arms. That was one of those measures of fitness. Notice I'm not pushing my ribs forward or my head forward. So straight up. Now open up. That was one of the tests. Deep squat to stand. Now the thing you do is you are in knee aligned with your second toe. Do not let the knees come in, okay, or out. But mostly for women, it's knees knocking in. You may need a yoga block. So there it is. You're low. Your feet are flat to pass the test. Your knees are in line with your second toe. And get ready. Feet flat. You're going to stand up. Knees track with your toes. Let your blood pressure adjust. Nice. I added a minute plank. I know Dr. Peter Attia has a plank test. I don't remember what the time is, so we're going to do a minute. Get ready. Functional. And then get ready. 3, 2, 1. All right. You can just do the best you can. You know what I tend to do is root you on, and I want you to listen to your body. So with those things in mind, hang in there. I'll try to give us some intervals. Some people don't like that. Some people like it. So tune me out if you don't like it and you just want to know the end point. I do recommend a strong mantra. I feel good. I feel strong. I feel good. I feel strong. Every time I breathe in, it's energy going to my cells to keep me strong. Keep it up. We have about 20 seconds left. Breathe in. Get ready. 3, 2, rest. Sphinx or swan. Good job, guys. Breathe it out. We're going to stay here to let this body rest. We're going to do a 30-second plank on a side in a moment. And if you need a sip, grab it. We're going to do a 30-second plank. We'll consider it a longevity challenge. Functional health, decreasing the other mortalities, risk of other mortalities. So get ready. 3, 2, 1, 30-second side plank. I like to stretch out through the hands here and imagine there's a wall that your head's against. Good. Also notice if your head's kind of like dangling, just put a little energy in it. And if you could see your neck in line with your thoracic spine, you'd see one long line as opposed to a dangle. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, lower. Good. Let's do the other. We're going to do a 30-second side plank. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, and go. And your back's against a wall. If your head kind of dangles, pull it in line. Good. I like the hands stretched out. Feel this, obliques and QL. We're halfway at that 30-second mark. All right, and then let go. Nice. Now, I've not seen this, but I think it should be a functional. I think the belly down, lifting up, thoracic extension should be something you can hold and that you can lift. So I'm gonna make up my own here, but see if you can even start with your toes down. See if you can lift your ribs totally off the mat or just barely touching, I should say, and hold. Now, you're welcome to lift your toes. So just the bottom of your ribs might be touching the mat, but your chest is off the floor. I feel like that would be a functional extension. Now I'm just doing a slow count here. We're holding about 20 seconds. You never see this on functional tests, but I think it should be because we need to be able to have that back upright for our balance, for our breathing, for the strong backbone. That's a top fractures are in the spine, so we don't want that. Stay up, breathe in, and how about a child pose? Your choice. So it could be toes together, it could be knees wide, it could be toes under. And then grab a sip. Go down. Now make sure your space. This is a glute medius test, which helps prevent low back pain and balance. So our test is going to be our functional fitness challenge. Curl your spine up, and you can even put your 2 fingers on your ASIS as your 2 hip bones. So right now I'm deliberately shifting them so I can feel when it's uneven, exaggerated, and then I'm going to put them even. So can you get them even first? 2 hip bones are even. All right, Keep them even. You might look, you might touch. Keep them even when you lift up your leg. So I'm going to lift up my right leg and I'm really making sure I don't drop in my hips. So that's a glute medius function test. That's really highly associated with low back pain prevention and with balance. And I'm just holding it. Try not to contract your jaw. Try not to slam your neck in the floor. And really, the main goal would be 2 hips or even. Now take an inhale. Keep it up there. Keep it up there. Keep it up there. Right foot down. Realign just in case. You can even shift. Hey, I want to make sure I'm even. Right and left, height. Okay, when you feel like you're even, lift up the left leg. Leave it in a point. Keep the hips level. Breathe. 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 Keep the hips level. Keep breathing. Keep the glute on. Inhale. Lower the foot. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to take a full body stretch. Let everything go. Let everything go. And full body stretch. Nice. And then take a moment to take the right ankle to the left thigh. Reach your hands through that window. If you can catch your thigh, do that. If you need a pillow, grab that. And we're going to add a little rock. Please assess, does this stretch feel like I need more of this particular stretch, or would I like to add on teapot? And teapot's where you go over to the right foot being on the floor. You can use your left hand to open up that right knee and your right arm can open up. So please assess yourself what would best serve you today. Inhale. And then when you come back, you're going to, before you do the other stretch, just put a hand on each knee and move your knees like you're stirring a pot. Do you feel like one's more open? I do. That one's really more open. Now, the first of the 2 hip openers is take your hands behind your thigh and your knee opens. You might add ankle rolls. Ankle rolls are really important for balance, ankle mobility. Back care, knee care, hip care, because your ankle, your foot absorbs shock every time you walk. And then your left foot could come down. This is more of a teapot stretch. Open up that knee. Left arm opens. Now when you're ready, gently come out of that. Again, you can take a hand to each knee and stir the pot and see how that affected that thigh, that hip. This one's going to be an eagle twist, but if you need to do a more modified, you can. But if you start with your feet flat on the floor, your right knee bends once and then hooks underneath the ankle. Take the knees left, arm right. So this should feel like your low back, your hip. And just do the normal one if you can't do this one, yeah. And that was 30 seconds. Let's do that on the other side. So you're gonna have your feet on the floor. If you're doing the left thigh wraps once or twice, go over and then left arm out. Ooh, 30 seconds here. And then gently come back. Nice job. All right, we're gonna take the feet a little wider than your hips. Drop the inner right knee down, pick up the left ankle and rest it. Now the arms overhead is a nice little side stretch too, so Tinkerbell. Big inhale through the nose. And we're going to be doing this to the other side. So your feet are a little wider than your hips, wider than a bridge would be. Right ankle to left thigh. Drop that inner knee towards the floor. Make sure nothing hurts, obviously. 30 seconds here. Breath in through the nose. Belly, ribs. Breathe in. Nice job. And then gently come back. We're going to take a hamstring stretch. So if you would like to have your strap, you can take that. We're going to grab that. Block if you want. You don't have to. It's optional. The other leg is getting a psoas stretch regardless, but it's a little deeper if you have a prop to put it on. You can take it across too. Have fun. You're going to feel an urge. Yep. I hope you feel like you're getting all stretched out, all the tension. Really strong. And now taking advantage of that malleability. Go out to the side if you're ready for that stretch. And as you're ready, you can switch that leg, the one that's in the air and the one that's down. Switch places. You might take it across a bit. Or out to the side. Sometimes if you contract your quad, it'll reciprocally inhibit the hamstring. You can sometimes feel like you get a better stretch. Well, it will always reciprocally inhibit, but you can play around with that. So you can contract your quad, the muscle above your kneecap, and that can relax the hamstring if you're feeling like you have a struggle. Shireen, you might like that cue. All right, relax when you're ready. If you would like to take your feet up on the wall, it's great. Vessels, lymph, you can do it with a block. Some of you might even like the legs wide cue when you're up there, like an inner thigh stretch. Astrid. And then when you're ready, slowly roll to your side, carefully. Take your time, let your blood pressure adjust, sit into neutral, and then take a moment to sit up. And just notice that sense of peace and quiet in your mind, how you feel when you've been really strong, and then when you feel really flexible, relaxing the tension from the muscles and the joints. And notice how wonderful it is to feel strong, flexible, posture upright, breathful. We're going to go through our day with that feeling of high wellness, high radiance, high wellness, and send that throughout the day to everyone we meet with so much appreciation. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. There's nothing more pathetic, of course, more pitiful than a